I wish it didn't work this way, but unfortunately, you're going to spend a lot of money and effort to try to get people interested in your service or business. And you're going to send them the contract and the proposal, and you're going to take a bunch of calls, and you're going to get people involved from your team, and they're not going to close the deal. It's just what's going to happen from time to time. The worst thing you can do from that point is pretend like they never existed and never talk to them again and never understand why they didn't want to do the deal with you. Everything costs time, money, and effort. So when we think through how much time it took the company to come up with the targeting and the content and everything to get them engaged from the marketing perspective, and then the effort it took the sales team to then jump on that lead, talk to them, get them interested, get people involved, go through demos with them, and then get them all the way to the point where they've read your contract and then they don't sign. It's crazy to think that there are businesses, quite a bit of them, that don't collect the lost reason. So why didn't you do the deal with us? The least you could do at that point is tell us why you don't want to work with us. The chances are really low that if they've done all that, that it's that they don't like you. I know for me personally, running a smaller business, in the beginning, I felt, this is like a personal thing. I would take it emotional. I would think that they didn't do the deal because they don't like me. When the reality is they've spent all this time with me, that's not likely the issue. The issue is typically for me, it's timing. So the right person's not involved. They don't have the budget. They don't feel like this is a big pain point right now. They don't understand maybe all of what we were offering. Maybe I was unclear in my messaging, and so they just didn't engage. A lot of time for me, it's timing. But other things could be product and could be pricing too. So product being features or things that you offer. And then pricing is just quite literally, it was too high, it was too low. We didn't feel it was right for one reason or the other. And we didn't go with you guys. Okay. So what we want to do here is in this system that you have for your business, one, implement it right away. And what this diagram is going to show us, the system, is how we can automatically follow up with these deals that did get lost so that we can send them emails and win them back and get more revenue throughout the year. It's always a fun thing to go through with businesses where they implement this for the first time and they get to see all the revenue that would have otherwise just gone to the wayside had they not had this system involved in their business. Okay. So let's go through this now. Up here, we have a deal that gets all the way to contract and they don't sign with us. So it's closed loss technically. Okay. Very, 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 very first thing you want your sales reps to do is have some type of system set up to collect why they didn't do the deal. So typically what I see is a pick list or a drop down menu, and it will say, what was the lost reason? Was it pricing? Was it product? Was it timing? Was it the competitor? What was the reason? And then after they fill that out, there's a notes section that makes them be more specific. And both of them are required for them to even update this deal to close lost in Salesforce. After they do that, we can then decide which one happened. So was it a pricing issue? Was it a features issue? Was it something else? If it's a pricing issue, think through any type of special discount you're willing to offer or terms you're willing to sweeten to get the deal done, or maybe it's just a flat discount. When you think through all of the time, effort, and money it is taken to get them from not even knowing who you guys are to getting to a contract, it's a lot of money and time that your business has spent. So it's kind of crazy to just not try to think of things and be creative to offer and sweeten the deal to get it done. You're going to recoup those losses. And the name of the game with business is staying in business, right? So you got to have money coming through. Doesn't mean that you just want to give things away for free. It doesn't mean that you want to change your frame and make it look like that you're just some kind of circus business that will just offer anything to anybody that comes through and you can always ask for a discount. It doesn't mean that. It means this is a very targeted, we got you all the way to the contract and you didn't do the deal because of pricing. So what specifically about the pricing? And maybe it's not even the pricing, like I'm saying, that you're going to discount. It's maybe the terms specifically. Maybe it's you just lessen what they can get access to. So something that I know Alex Hormozy is really big on is not changing the price, but changing what they have access to. So, hey, he always uses a line, something like, legally, it wouldn't be fair for me to charge all these people this price and get the same access as you. It's just not fair to everybody else that has paid the price. But what I can do is we can change the terms. So if you're willing to pay, maybe let's say we're $200 an hour. If we go down to $185 an hour, I'm not going to give you everything that I gave the people for $200 an hour, but I can maybe take some things off that maybe you're not as concerned with. So for us at a Salesforce consulting firm, that might mean most of our companies that sign They want access to us via Slack. So maybe it's, hey, we're not going to communicate with you in a private Slack channel. We're only going to communicate with you in a 24-hour turnaround time via email if you want to have a lesser price. So you still can think of things to be creative and do something to get the deal done. Product features, what I would say here is to update them on maybe your roadmap. What do we plan to get out there in the next year? This is really helpful for SaaS businesses. So in the next year, this is what we plan to work on. These are the features or the benefits of the product we sell and how this is going to be rolled out and when to expect those things. That's really nice to know because there could be just a miscommunication there. Maybe they're interested in working with you, but they just didn't think that was going to be a thing yet. Or what I've seen a lot when we've implemented this is people are actually willing to start working with you if they know this is coming relatively soon. So, hey, I wasn't going to do the deal because I just didn't think this was something you guys would ever implement. But if you have this on the term sheet, or sorry, not the term sheet, if you have this on the roadmap for next year, I am interested in working with you guys and I might not even need that feature right now. So let's do the deal. So this is a good one to send out for something like that. And then, of course, think through those specific options and send something out for them. This is going to be familiar if you watch any of my other videos on lead nurturing. It works the same way from here, okay? Really what we want to do after we send these emails is check in to see if they've clicked on those emails or if it's been X amount of days. If it's been 1 day, 7 days, 5 days, whatever, how many days you feel are necessary to wait before you send them another email. That's what we want to check for, okay? If they have clicked, we want to go down to that deal, that lead, that opportunity, whatever you want to call it, and mark them as engaged. They did actually re-engage with us. It means they're probably still considering us as an option, or they're still considering what options they have available. This is a good sign and a good signal that we still could get the deal done. We can win back the revenue. So we want to mark it as engaged so that the sales rep knows, and then we want to create specific follow-up tasks for that sales rep to follow. You never want an inconsistent sales process. So for this reason, you got to think through, if somebody re-engages with us, what do we want our sales rep to do? Then we want to create what they call in Salesforce tasks, which are checkboxes on the lead or the opportunity that would then tell them step by step, this is what you have to do if someone re-engages with us. That way, anybody that you hire coming forward, they know exactly what to do. If they have not clicked, we're going to wait a day, 5 days, 7 days, whatever you deem necessary, and we're going to send another one. In typical lead nurturing fashion, email number 2 is usually you selling your expertise. And then number 3 is typically showing ROI or value from other customers that have implemented the service or product that you offer. So if this is number 2 and it is one of these up here though, this might be slightly different. Maybe if you've offered the discount, maybe number 2 is a reminder that that offer or that discount is not forever, that this maybe expires in a certain amount of days. So, hey, just a reminder, we sent you this specific offer. We're willing to get the deal done. Just a reminder, this is going to close out or expire in 3 days from now. And maybe your last one is the final notice. If it's features, similar idea. Hey, this is what we got coming this next year. Maybe the second one is the expertise around how this is going to work. You already have a working demo. This is what we're working on. It's in beta right now. It's not available yet, but this is what it's looking like. And this is when we want to release it. Third email is something similar. We've ran this with some of our beta customers. This is how it's been helpful for them. This is the feedback we've gotten. If it's something else, think through those specific custom copies of how you want to say this. At the end of this, if they have not clicked, we want to then keep this as closed lost, okay? We don't want to never talk to them again, though, because like I said, for a lot of people, it's timing, or it's just it wasn't the right person, wasn't the right feature, wasn't the right price at that time. Doesn't mean you should never talk to them again. So we put them in what we call storage, which just means we blasted you with a bunch of emails. You didn't respond or click on any of them. Clearly, I'm wasting my time here with just a bunch of noise. So I'm going to take a break for a little bit of time, and then I'm going to come back to you and start sending more emails. So that might mean 3 months for you. That might mean 1 month for you. That might mean 1 week for you. Again, this is a test. There's no rule here to say how long it should sit in storage, and each industry is a little bit different. I know for our financial companies that we work with, they typically like to wait a cycle. So it's like a quarter, when maybe things have shifted in the market, there's a different budget available from the company. There's just different kind of thoughts around what we should be doing as a new quarter passes. So for them, it's like every 3 months, we keep these guys in storage for 3 months and then we kind of come back to them. For SaaS, when there's no real reason to buy or not buy, it's usually a little bit quicker. So maybe it's more like a month, and we check back in after we've blasted you with a bunch of emails to see if we now can kind of get a hold of you and it's a different time for us to re-engage. Either way, you put them in storage, you keep it there for a little bit, and then you circle back through this because, like we said, you spend a lot of money to get them here. You might as well try to win them over until they specifically tell you don't contact, or no, we've purchased, we've moved on, or whatever. If it doesn't specifically say that, keep following up with them. That's how you're going to win the deals. I've never, ever, ever worked with a business where we've gone in there and they said their main problem is that sales reps close too many deals on the first try. That's just, I've never heard it, my business included. It's always in the follow-ups. You make all your money in the follow-ups. So having a system that runs these people through constantly to keep giving them updates on what you guys are doing and why it's exciting, why they should re-engage, something you always want to do. There's a product I signed up for with marketing is doing this really great. It's a tool for your website, helps you gather information on people that view your website. And they send me all kinds of stuff. They're always sending me demos. They're sending me even like personal stuff for their business, how they grew their own business. They send me updates on the product. They send me how many people have viewed my website for the day, how many viewed my website for the week, how many viewed my website for the month. So I get a bunch of emails and I like all of them. I'm on their free plan. So they're trying to upscale me or upsell me, not upscale, upsell me to their premium program. And I don't mind any of it. I don't think it's bad because I actually like the product. So they may view it that way on the marketing because I'm not really clicking on many of them, but I actually don't mind it. I'm still on it. I like to see what they're doing. And there's going to become a time when I need the premium, when I have more that I have to use for that product, that I'm probably going to be willing to do it because I've been staying on this. So they're keeping me top of mind. I'm on their program. I'm looking at all this stuff all the time. And that's kind of the point of it. That's what you want to be doing for your business too. So if you do not have this system implemented in your business and you want it implemented and you don't want to do it yourself, I did leave a link in the description below. You can reach out to us. We'll see if we're a good fit first, if we can work with your business and you can work with us. And if we can, then we would love to start on a call, go through your business specifically, see how we can do this very tailored for your own business and get this implemented. So if that sounds interesting, like I said, link in the description below to be able to contact us. Look forward to speaking with you guys. Thanks.